Shalom, Yasharal. I want to give infinite honors to Yahweh by Hashem. Y'all was shot by Hashem and Karkadash. I want to give double honors to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, and fellow. And I want to give Shalom to my fellow laborers in Yahweh Shah, pushing this truth across the four winds. This clip here is going to be about how we've been destroyed in this society, man. How men have been emasculated, our men of our nation, aside from the elect that the Most High has raised up, have been fucking emasculated and brought to naught. And show how these prophecies are speaking, man, and how these prophecies have come to pass. This is this guy, Terry Crews, this muscle-built, effeminate, emasculated faggot, all right? And I'm bringing this out to show how this place, America, destroys a man, all right? This is the worst place you can raise a son. It feminizes you. It makes you weak. It makes you soft. All right? The Most High told Job, when Job was in a lower state, to gird up his loins like a man. He tell his men of the Lord to show thyself men. It's written in another place to make your feeble hands strong, man. All right? The Most High say the tabernacle of the Most High is with men. The Most High deal with men, man. And the Most High say he want soldiers that can endure hardness. All right? So when you look at these guys and a lot of men in this society, even us that before we came into the truth, a lot of us wasn't effeminized. We still had this sense of being masculine, all right? But we wasn't doing it according to knowledge. So you still had the emotional, the way we dealt with controversy was that of our mothers, a lot of us, all right? But we still had that manly sense of urgency on us, that just being hard, tough, rough, all right? When you look at this clip, man, you're going to see how America turns into a bitch. Now, this muscle-bound Negro is bitching about a white man half his side grabbing his rod and rubbing on him. Now, he's a faggot anyway. You can look at his countenance. I mean, a man's countenance shows forth who he is. But when you listen to this guy, he's talking to a woman, complaining to a woman about how he was abused and done. He sounds like a woman when she gets women in the society when they feel like they've been taken advantage of. And the Most High is not dealing with men like this. And this is what America is trying to raise our sons to be like. So I'm going to play this clip.
So this happened to you at an event. Was it a single instance or were there more instances? Who did you talk to about it? What kind of advice did you seek? Did you hide it? Because you know, you're very overt, you're very direct. And I wonder if that was you at the time or this is a new you.
See, that's not biblical. We don't answer the women. She is in a position of authority over this guy, man. Let me just please up. This is First Timothy chapter 2, verse 10, and it reads, all right? I'm gonna go to verse 12, Salaki. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. A woman should never be in no position of authority except when you are a child and she's your mother, your grandmother rearing you. And she's following the orders that your father has given her to carry out with you while he's at work or something. Aside from that, in this society, your boss will be a woman. A police cop will come fucking with you, a woman. All right? Women are put over men in this society. But according to the scriptures, a woman is never supposed to usurp authority over a man. If you go to a council, according to scriptures, it's going to be presided over there by the presbytery, the elders, man. It's going to be the kings, the nobles, the elders, the priests that's going to preside over a council if you have an issue. You're never going to go to an issue, deal with an issue, and a woman's presiding over the proceedings, man. All right, you should feel less of a man to have to go tell what's going on with you to a fucking woman. That's how this place pollutes you. It seems simple, but because you grew up and seen it every day, a woman fucking judge. But in the ancient world, that was unheard of. When you look at that movie 300, what did that guy say? You let your women speak amongst men, all right? And the guy, and you notice that he was from the Persians. The Persians was of the East, but what did the scripture say when the Grecians came into power? He was talking to Leonidas. Them. It said evil multiplied in the earth. When these so-called white people came into power, this so-called white race, their true nationality, Hebrew Edomites, when they came into power, they put this monoganism spirit in the earth. They put this women worship and putting women above men in the earth. All right? I got another place too. It's written in another place, Isaiah, the third chapter. All right, and this is the prophecy coming to pass. It has came to pass. All right, this is Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and the so-called white man, he's a child. He doesn't know that the anal cavity is an exit and not an entrance. Salaki. Yeah, that's it. He don't know that the anal cavity is an exit and not an entrance. All right. He thinks it's a sexual organ. That's something a child gets his first few years on the planet. A child knows that. Okay. This devil doesn't know he's not supposed to pollute the water his children have to drink. He doesn't know that he shouldn't pollute the air that he has to breathe. Okay. Those are things children will do. A child would shit where he eats at. All right? You don't shit where you eat at. That's what a child would do. That's what the so-called white man does, man. He's a brute beast. He's a child. All right? And women rule over them. And the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And what did he do? He likes to, I forgot what they call that shit, when they tie themselves up and let the woman beat them and shit. Put balls in their mouth and masks on their head. Uh, I forgot what that shit called. But a chisel. I forgot the word. But anyway, they like their woman to rule over them. They like their woman to have authority. All right? They're satanic. They're anti-Mashiach, anti-Christ. Okay? So, however, the vibration that the Most High created, the divine order the Most High put in place, they're the complete contrary. All right? And us as men of Lord, all right, we have to agree with our adversaries quickly. The Most High put us in this captivity. All right, so we be put in those positions where we have a woman boss. All right, where we come across some in some way in this life where a woman is a manager and you have to deal with her. Okay, a woman is an authority figure. We're spiritual. We learn to agree with our adversary quickly, but we know that's not the way it should be. All right, we are not submitting to that. We're just enduring through it. The scriptures say, he that endured to the end will be saved. So that's something we have to endure. But when it's something we got full control of, like the woman we deal with and the woman we live with in our house, a woman that come in my motherfucking house where I have sole rule command of, a woman coming in my shit, she gonna be in a position of servitude. I have power over that. I have control over who I let in my house. A woman coming this bitch, it ain't gonna be no politicking or doing things by diplomacy. If I deal with a woman that eat pork and shrimp or crawfish, when she come to my house, I tell her, man, look, you gotta eat that shit outside. All right? Well, I'm not gonna get over righteous. I might let them eat the shit inside. If it's a woman that smoke, you can't smoke in my house. Eat that shit outside. All right? You gonna make groceries? Don't bring pork in my house. Don't bring that shit in my house. If you cook in here, don't cook. I don't let them cook that shit in my house. All right? When a woman comes in my house, I lay down law. And if you don't like it, you can get the fuck. You can get the fuck. That's the way the Most High created man, to have order, have dominion. Let me get that in Genesis. All right, this is Genesis 1:26, and it reads, and Yahweh said, let us make man in our image. So let's show him our ways. Let's give him our order, our divine order. Let's give them our laws, our ways of doing things. That's that image. I, After our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth on the earth. So the Most High gave the man dominion over everything, all the beasts of the field. A lion, a man has dominion over the powerful lion, the powerful elephant. Okay, how much more the weak and feeble woman? You should never be answering to no bitch, man. Hey, look at this guy. Look at him. This is Avengers cool. This is Antichrist. This is a fucking Antichrist, man. This is abomination. Look at him, man. He don't got no beard. He got a bald head, and it's a muscle bone fag, man.
Thank you for your question, Senator. I was very vocal immediately. I was
Look at
at
his
an event
countenance. You can tell he
with
a
my
faggot.
wife, and what happened was the person who did this was a he was the head of the motion picture department at my own agency. I don't know what was going on in his head. He actually did it twice in the same night in front of my wife. Uh, he says he was drunk. He said he was under, he wasn't himself. And I immediately, the first reaction was to be bottom. And I immediately held back.
Why weren't you? You're a big, powerful man. Why didn't you?
I'm gonna show you why he did. I'm gonna show you why he did. He was even within his right to do it according to these laws. All right. I'll show you why he did it. Ezekiel. No, 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 no. This is Job. This is right here. Job 25:6. How much less man? All right? Because he's not a man. This is what America does to you. That is a worm. He's a worm. He's defenseless. We don't have no power in this society because, according to our laws and statutes and commandments, if a guy did something like that as in our kingdom, we would kill him and it'll be lawful. And the Son of Man, which is a worm. You're a worm. A worm is a poor, defenseless creature. A worm don't have no defense mechanisms, no defense weapons. All he can do is dig in the ground and go farther in the ground as far as he can. Aside from that, a worm is defenseless. This guy, he's a worm. You so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Latin-speaking people of the earth here in America, you have no power. We don't have an army. We don't have a king. Our king is coming though. All right, and we're defenseless worms. If you do raise up and try to fight against this devil, man, he's gonna annihilate you, man. He has an army. He has futuristic records, weapons, Salaki. He can do as he pleased. And then, the most part, the Most High is on his side. The Most High gave him the dominion. So he's a worm. All right? He has no power. He's a big, strong man. But in his mind, he know how America is. He going to tell you. He know how America is. If he did beat the nigga to the Pope, he was going to end up going to jail. Now, I wouldn't have given a fuck. I'd have punched the fuck out of him and stomped the nigga out. The devil out. All right? And this is another reason. This is Micah 2:10, and it reads, arise ye and depart. And it's talking about not literal, but your mindset. All right? Come out of what you were taught here in America. All right? For this is not your rest. All right? He's made it his rest. He's okay with the American dream. He wants the American pie. All right? So he loved the philosophies here because it is polluted. That's why he's been polluted. He think it's a gentleman, or you're a bigger guy and somebody assaults you and you don't hit them back and you call the cops. That's what we've been taught here in America. All right? You're a big man to let a woman come up and hit you and punch on you. You're a big man And you're a good man if you don't knock her daylights out. A woman put her hands on me, I'm trying to knock her teeth off. Straight up and down. I'm going to grab her by her neck and swing across the fucking room. All right? If I have the dominion, how dare a weak degenerate come up against me and challenge my authority? All right? I don't have to show that I'm honorable or noble because I let somebody punch on me and hit me and violate my space. King David subdued his enemies. He slaughtered his enemies, man. Our great king, for all those that spit on him, that said, crucify him, those that flogged him, those that stuck him with the spear and did everything wicked to him, the scriptures plainly tell you he's coming back with fury, furious, righteous indignation to repay those that did those things to him, man. But what it is, the Most High want us to learn how to be spiritual and don't always react off of impulse. He wants us to long suffer. He's put us here to suffer. Suffer. Suffering builds character, man. But when it comes to somebody coming to you're a man, a homo coming and try to sexually assault you, oh no, the scriptures don't tell us to sit there and take it. You beat the fuck out of him. A guy come touch your rod or touch your buttocks, or he come at you blowing kisses, you beat the shit out of him, man. That's an abomination, man. And this guy is polluted. And it says it should destroy you. He's destroyed mentally. That shit he talking, Americans will love it. But a man of the Lord, an ancient Eastern man not hearing that shit. Let him do that shit out in the Middle East and see what happened to him. Even with the sword destruction, he's sorely destroyed. He's going to cry to a bitch, a white bitch, about a man sexually assaulting him that's half his size, that's weak as fuck. That's when you're sorely destroyed. You about 6'6", 6'7", 240, pack of nothing but muscle, and you're complaining about a Hollywood director, a weak, feeble man sexually assaulting you. That's when you're mentally destroyed. All right? You're destroyed. Okay?
Senator, as a black man in America,
Say it as it is. I think it's important.
you only have a few shots at success.
See? That's that American bullshit. Who would want to live in this place if you have to have that mindset? In the kingdom of heaven, they say blessings are going to overtake us. Well, here in America, you as a so-called black man, you only have a few shots. And then you want to know something on some real shit? He right. He's right on that one. But look at him all crying and shit like a bitch. Weak like a bitch. Although he's right, this is what America do to you, man. Look at him, he's defeated. Man, you never let you see your enemy. Your enemies let your enemies see you sweat. And got a woman telling him to just bring out your emotions. Say it like you mean it, man. Yahbashim say, gird up your loins like a man. And answer me when I ask you something. Let me get there. How our Heavenly Father dealt with Job. Let's see how was he dealing with him like that woman's dealing with him. And Job was dying. Job was dying. He was in pain. He was gravely ill. Where is it at in Job? I don't know exactly where it is. You're going to find it, though. Damn. Oh, I spelled loins wrong. Salaki. Bear with me, Aki. Here we go. Job. Here we go. Job 40:7. Here we go. This is this is how the Most High dealt with him. He said, "Gird up thy loins now like a man." All right. He didn't say, "Ugh, wait, we only have one." Man, that's bitch shit, man. The Most High not dealing with that. Effeminate, a masculine. The scriptures say a feminine man cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. He's being real effeminate in that clip. I would demand of thee, declare thou unto me. And you hit a bit. Now look at, now this is the Most High dealing with Job. Now look how that woman dealing with him. Just say it. Whatever on your mind, say it. And he looked like he about to cry. But Job is the one on his deathbed, and the Most High say, shake that shit off. Gird up thy loins now like a man, and I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me. Talk to me like a fucking man from your testicles. And that's the spirit and how a man's supposed to be. You're supposed to be a manward man, a manly man. Man is just the women used to say when I was growing up. Boy, that boy mannish. That wasn't bad. That boy was growing into a fucking man. But now they feminize him. And then when they say he was mannish, boy, you so mannish, you stink. That's what they used to say down here in the South. They was actually saying it as if the boy was bad. Like if he was bad, when they say you were managed, and then the ones that they would say were good and shit will be a little boy that's on the inside, don't want to go outside and play football and shit, just want to be on the computer all day. They'll be like, oh, that's a good boy, that's a good child. That's what this place do to you, man. It effeminizes you, man. It emasculates you, man. Turns you into a bitch. It puts you in the mindset where women rule over you, man. It's abomination.
You only have a few chances to make yourself a viable member of the community. I'm from Flint, Michigan. I have seen many, many young black men who were provoked into violence, and they were in prison, or they were killed, and they're not here.
So what he's basically saying, this place is the reason I didn't get physical is because I seen what happened to other guys that got physical. He said the reason I didn't get physical because I seen what happened to other guys that got physical, okay, and I'm scared. See, the Most High not dealing with that, and I'm scared. Hold up. Basically, what he's saying, and you know what? That's wise. You know, I'm not gonna be overrighteous. That's wise. But then you got to get to a point where it's something you'll die for. When the man is making sexual advances in you, fuck that. You got to kill me. Fuck that. You got to get to the point it's something that you're ready to die for. Now, I'm not going to die for something foolish. A guy see me in a nice car like these niggas kill each other. A guy uh, slander me or something, then I want to go put up my dukes, and then the next thing you know, we shooting out at the OK Corral. Now I'm not gonna die with nothing vain like that, man. I ignore a nigga, walk away from a nigga, let a nigga say what he want to say, long as he don't put his hands on me. But it's different when somebody's putting their hands on you and laying their hands on you. Then this guy's laying his hands on you, totally doing something unseemly to you. Ah, fuck that. Fuck that shit. Then I'm not vain jangling, man. That's scriptural, man. The scriptures don't tell us to let somebody violate us sexually, man. Now we get violated in this society. Your boss will violate you, make you suspend you for something you didn't do, talk down to you. What can you do, man? What can you do? You're a slave. All right. We have to eat a lot of shit. We have to lose in this life. We have to suffer in this life. But the line get crossed when somebody's putting their hands on you and violating you physically, man. Okay? Molesting you. No, man. The fuck out of here. This is Second Timothy. And what he's saying is he's seen it so much that, and that's wise, all right? We've become wise. When somebody, we don't go out in public saying death to the so-called white man, America's going to be destroyed. We do that on our platform, and we do that amongst each other when we're amongst the brotherhood. But as it pertains to us being in society doing that, nah, we don't do that shit. All right, this Second Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7. For Yahweh have not given us the spirit of fear, and even when we take the low, we're not scared. We just doing what's wise. This guy's scared, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So the Most High gave us a sound mind, man. And he gave us a spirit of power, not a spirit of being defeated and destroyed like that nigga sound. Okay? I'm going to give one more precept, man. Because I hate to see and hear the nigga talk. This is Ezekiel 21. And he talks about motherfucker being defeated. Here we go. This Ezekiel 21:6, and the this is the spirit our people are in. Sigh therefore, thou son of man, with the speaking breaking of thy loins, with the bitterness sigh before their eyes. And it shall be when they say unto thee, wherefore thou sighest, that thou shalt answer for the tidings. But it cometh, because it cometh, and every heart shall melt, and all hands shall be feeble, and every spirit shall faint, and all knees shall be weak as water. Behold, it cometh and shall be brought to pass, saith Yahweh thy power. And that's what happened with our people, man. Spiritually, we're faint, weak, all right, feeble, all right, and we don't have our righteous mind, man. And when you look at that muscle bound ass nigga, all these characteristics he have, and that's what 2/3 of our people have. And the Most High has a number of elect men that he's turning into spiritual strong juggernauts, man. And that's why you got to hold fast to this truth, man, so you don't look like that guy. That's how you not supposed to be. So with that, Lord willing, to sit down was edifying to the hearers. We give infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, with Kwakwadash. We give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, our apostles. And double shalom and salutation to my fellow laborers in Yahweh Shai. Shalom.